right off the bat, just since you're talking about China, it's a communist country, socialist. They operate by socialist principles. When Kevin asked him about, do you want your financial efforts to promote the ideals and concepts of socialism or encourage free market capitalism? Capitalism won 56-22, although the 22 scares me. Right. And the 51% of all voters actually have some 401ks and some savings, only 51%, but they were more for capitalism, 63-24, and the socialism goes up with the younger voters, which they need your education.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, they need you. And then support or disapprove of the wealth being invested by a company that promotes itself to be a friendly to the environment, advocates social justice, and supports good corporate governance, but directs investments toward Chinese companies that violate all three. They disapprove of that 50-34, and the investor class disapproves of that as well. But you've got a situation here where they know, based on Kevin's questions here, they know that their values are being betrayed by some of these investments, and they have a distrust already of the socialism and the tactics that they have there. And just to three more points that he had there, they want people to invest in jobs on a scale of 0 to 10, we asked them. Top one was invest in companies that are bringing jobs back to America. They want you to ensure that international investments are not to fund adversaries like Iran, North Korea, China working against our interests. Those were all over 7, on a scale of 1 to 10, over 7. And then encouraging not investing in companies that countries are persecuting religious minorities like Christians. So China loses on all these counts. And Americans need to think of America and use our investment, our capital, our money to push our values and to push what we believe in. And that's where the American public is. And these days, as you were saying, Kevin, with these investor class, the groups, their money's being invested by people investing against our interests, right, both in the short term and in the long term.
And I'll name one name on the negative side, right? So what we were talking backstage, and Blackstone and Larry Fink's name came up, right? And they're forcing the ESG thing here, but they're also forcing half the investment to go to China that is not known for progressive governance or for clean skies and the environment.
The opposite.
Right. Yeah. And on top of that, the first mover and the billionaire class, the Finks of the world, get a buy-in bonus from the Chinese. So these guys are making profits like you can't believe for that first mover advantage. And it was great when China's growing at 10%, fine, but now it's down to 6.5%, 4%. And with this virus glitch, we'll see what happens. But Nike is the story of the day. If you want to name the name, right, we're talking backstage. The Nike investment, right, how they have the nerve to do a virtue signaling when they're using Uyghur slave labor to make LeBron's Nike swoosh sign and shoes like that is just staggering to the American mind.
Absolutely.
Right? And so we want to bring attention to that kind of a story